What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerdcastle for the next episode, where we are scavenging. As I said, it is the night after the previous episode. I haven't actually skipped anything or taken anything out of the game, so don't panic or worry right now. I started playing the game on accident without realizing that I'm addicted to this game. I'm telling you all, I have a very severe addiction to this game. It's a problem. I played it till 5 in the morning, every day. I haven't played a game like this in a long ass time, and it's weird because certain aspects of the game frustrate me, like the melee combat. If you actually square off with somebody in this game, I get frustrated because it feels very, very RNG ridden. These bodies, they're horribly mangled. These wounds were inflicted with extreme cruelty. Whoever did this must have been a deranged psychopath. Yeah, now they're deranged and dead. They got themselves a couple new modifiers for that. The wages of sin, I guess, would be the quote that I would make right here. I always think it's funny when, I don't know, I always think it's funny when bad people try and play across the pity of, other people, they didn't deserve what happened to them in the end. They'd be like, this is so much worse than anything I ever did. I'm like, I mean, if you're gonna be a bad person, I wouldn't expect anybody to be like, I feel so sorry for you at the end of the day. Pretty much everybody's gonna be like, that's what you get, you piece of shit. Don't be a bad person and you can have the sympathy of other people freely. Be a bad person and you're sort of writing a check you're writing a blank check that really allows people to hate on you when terrible things happen. I'm surprised how long it's taken us to loot this place. There's a lot of stuff here. I'll probably focus on... Actually, we don't even... Well... The sugar's a decent call, but I'd rather bring back the componentry right now. That's going to be 9 stacks, so that should give us 36. Alright, so down we go. I'm going to try and keep this scavenging as quick and as clean as possible while we're here. I was worried I might have to crack open another couple safes or something, so I brought a crowbar with me. But as it's turned out now, it doesn't look like I'm actually going to have to. I may spend a little bit of time to pry all these doors down real quick, just to sort of make it so that maybe in the future, when I come back here for wood or anything else, it'll be a bit easier to access the building. But yeah, by and large, I think we're about done here. There's still a lot of stuff we can bring back with us, but it's all little one-stack type stuff that causes you to do a whole bunch of runs you don't want to do. Let's get on out of here. I'd love to find some vegetables. I am hurting for vegetables right now. But I swear, the hotel, if you can clear this place out, it's worth taking a day or two to safely clear it out, because believe me, you'll end up with a ridiculous amount of food and tradable items. It's really, really good for you. Let's send Boris back to base. We're only a couple minutes into the episode right now, and I'm actually pretty proud with how fast we were able to loot that place. Really, really happy. I don't like to waste a ton of time on little things like that. I'll spend a lot of time if we're sneaking around killing people, but you know, if we're just grabbing loot and getting the hell out of there, I prefer to just rush through it quickly so that we can finish this playthrough as rapidly as possible, because my last playthrough I felt like I took things too slow. Here I'm trying to go balls to the wall. So we've killed a couple more people. It's disappointing to me that you don't actually kill anybody when you defend your house, and I don't say that because I'm a sociopath that wants to hurt people. I say that because I actually think that it'd be nice if you got some bonus loot for running people off every now and again. Have her go over here. It's an even day, so we don't really need to worry about too much. No cigarettes in the stock. Tomorrow what I may try to do is... How much wood do we have? 46. Oh my god, our supplies are great right now. So let's take a minute out. And I think I would prefer first... Well, let's make sure. We're going to get winter at some point. I want to make sure that this is done. Oh, we need a thermometer. Okay, so let's go down and make the thermometer. You can go down here and change the trap real fast. Checking traps in this location means a completely different thing from where I grew up. Somebody was checking their traps in my hometown. You're like, stay the hell out of your way. Alright, so let's grab the thermometer out of here, or at least make one. There we go. We'll change out both of these traps, which will put us at 15 food. I would be pretty confident in my assertion that we've already won the game at this point. We've got enough bait to last us pretty much endlessly. I mean, really, we could play this one really, really, really risky from now on and still come out perfectly fine without too many problems. I mean, I think with 2 people we could probably last this one out, just as long as we put them all on guard duty during the day. We've got enough food. Let's do a quantity check right here. So let's just get rid of the vegetables for right now. We've got 4 days worth of food right there. We've got almost 8 days worth of food right there. So we're looking pretty good right now. We're looking solid. So yeah, we only have to feed people every other day, and there's 4 feedings right there, so that's 8. Yeah, we're in pretty good shape. We could pretty much ride this to day 30 without any problems. Over here, they're gonna need help. I think this is the same lady. She asks you to come and... It's after you dig people out of the rubble pile. I forget what she asks you for. Medication, maybe? We don't need our medication, so she can have it. Hello again. How are you doing? Thanks to your help, all the wounded recovered and went back to their homes. One of them still needs bandages, though, and I've run out. Can you spare any? Actually, yeah, we have a lot of bandages. Go ahead and take them. I am not even worried about it. Grab what you need and get on up out of here. This should keep everybody happy, too. I mean, I can't say that I wouldn't do the same thing in that situation. It's very, very easy to speculate in this game, which is why what I said in the previous episode comes into play. Don't say what you would or wouldn't do until you've actually, like, felt hunger and, like, felt desperation and things like that. These are emotions that I've never really, truly felt. You know, as a first world person, like, you know, I grew up lower middle class. Like, we didn't have a lot, but we had enough, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what I would do if I was pushed to the point where I was super desperate and, like, starving every day. I mean, I've gone without meals and stuff when I first moved out of my house, and I ate ramen for years at a time when I was living on my own and, like, in college and stuff like that, but I've never truly been, like, desperate, where it's like, I need to eat or I'm going to die, you know what I mean? So until you're in that situation, it's very, very difficult to assert what position you might take in a certain crisis. What can we do over here? How much liquor can we make? If he goes with 3s, we're actually sort of out of water. I should probably get back up on top of that. Are we out of filters right now? We got plenty of supplies, so just future-proof. Actually, let's take that slower. That's fine right there. 8 of those will work. But yeah, take it a little bit slower. I don't want to overdo it here, but we need to make sure that we're flipping water really, really quickly because we got to do feedings tomorrow. And unfortunately, we haven't gotten a whole lot of water out of any of the locations we've been at. Our furnace appears to be keeping us pretty much taken care of for right now. It seems to be lasting a lot longer than I remember, too. Did we make the thermometer so that we could upgrade that? And we also made the mixer, right? Figures. I went one too far. I went one too far for fixing that. That's fine. We'll get more components tonight. It's not a big deal. I say that a lot, but seriously, it's not. It's really not that big of an issue. We can make all this stuff work eventually. Once she finishes with the filters, I actually don't think we're going to have time for any more water today. Actually, let's just eat out of the cans for the next couple feedings because we can save water that way and turn it into whiskey or vodka or whatever it is that we're creating. We still haven't got the central square. I don't think we got Sniper's Junction either, but there's a number of challenges that I'd like to do because I've never done them before on camera, and so I'd like to do some of the harder maps if I can pull it off. I would very much prefer it. The apartment building is always risky, and I'm a little bit worried about going in there because that's where I consistently lose characters. The apartment building, I almost always lose somebody just because things go wrong in there and your only options are to disengage and lose an entire day worth of scavenging or stand your ground and just hope you don't get shotgunned. And those aren't really like options that I like to run against each other. It says that they're smoking something right now, but there's no cigarettes in our pile, so I don't know. When was our last trader? I wish we had a calendar around here somewhere that would tell us like what happened on each day, so that we could run through. Did she ever, on day, okay, so she still hasn't completed her story. There's a couple people here that I don't know their story, and I'd like to hear the remainder of it. I think that he hasn't even told the first part of his story, so I guess we'll figure it out. Oh, we did have time to swap out the filter right there. Actually, you go over there, you're closer. There we go. If we can get another filter in, I'll be happy with my time spent today. I sincerely wish that there was a speed up button over here that you just click for like maybe 2 times even. 2 times would make the daytime a lot more tolerable when you don't really have much to do. Sometimes, like when I play by myself, I just leave the room and let the day run if I know I'm not going to do anything that day. Especially in the early game when you don't necessarily have the supplies you need in order to make stuff happen. I'll just walk away and just come back in like 5 minutes when it gets to the next screen and just be like, whatever. It just kind of depends what mood I'm in. Alright, so we're going out to scavenge tonight. The hotel looking pretty looted. Some material, lots of parts, huge amounts of weapons. It's talking about various things over there. This building right here is the one that I'm talking about. This place, it's so small and there's so many guys inside the building that it's actually a tough place to take. Even with a shotgun, like I've killed 2 people and finally it's just the sheer amount of people in there. They finally overwhelm you. Like I stabbed one to death. I shot another one with a shotgun when he came up the stairs. And then my game kind of bugged out, I guess. When the next one came up the stairs, I was clicking on him, but I wasn't shooting, and then I got stabbed to death, and it sucked. It made me sad. Decrepit Squat's still got a whole bunch of stuff for us, too. But I think I'll finish off the hotel tonight. Let's just finish off the hotel. I see no reason why I can put him on guard duty, because it doesn't really matter. We're going to eat canned food tomorrow anyway, so I'm not really going to trip about it. Wasn't really going to trip about it in the first place, but I could bring an axe just in case to this place because you can break down a lot of the furniture here. I pointed at the screen when I said that, and I feel the need to tell you I pointed at the screen. I use a lot of hand gestures when I talk. At least I try to. It's a weird thing for me. I do it a lot of the time. It frequently occurs. Let's actually, I can cut through here, can't I? Alright, well, let's cut through here then. We'll see what we can get out of this place. I'm sure there's not a whole lot of stuff left that we're gonna have to worry about. So there's some pills, some wood, various things that we do want to bring along with us in this case. I'm pretty sure this room is more or less untouched. I think I grabbed some of the more valuable stuff out of here, but not like everything. We've got a helmet now, which will help us during raids. A broken shotgun, which will once again help us during robberies. A tomato, which will help us with our food supply in the future. A bunch of parts, some materials. We may have to make another run through here. It's not something that I relish the thought of saying, but seriously though, we're not getting everything here. I may leave some of it because it's not actually all that concerning. Is there anything left over here? Is that lootable? None of this is lootable either. Okay, so that's fine. Let's go back over here onto this side. And we'll check and make sure I didn't leave anything on the top floor, but I'm going to try and prioritize everything that we need for right now. I'm going to bring back as many shell casings and gunpowder as we can because that is going to become pertinent later on in the game. Obviously, we're going to need a lot of ammunition to make it through the late game when the attacks get really frequent, like every single day you're getting hit. Looks like there's something left in this little pile over here. If we have to prioritize, I damn sure will. Some componentry. We could use it. I think we were 3 short on componentry on that last one. I think the things that I could afford to leave behind right now, probably the tobacco. That's actually worth a lot. Medical ingredients are useful for quite a few things. If you've got yourself a nice herbal bench, you can actually make real medication with it. I never actually upgrade any of the herbal benches. I kind of focus on the main things that you need to get by. I think there was a spot back over here that I didn't loot, right? Was there? Oh, I guess not. I must have got everything. Okay. Let's come back here. We'll take the capsules. The capsules are really, really good for trading, if nothing else. Like, the AI seems to really, really value them. They're worth slightly less than herbal medications, but still enough to where you can get a lot out of a little if you need to. Okay, and so there it is. Let's go on back downstairs, give him a little runner, allow him to do his thing, and I will see you when we're back home. And back home we are. I may have jumped the gun slightly with that edit right there. I don't know. He's getting crazy with the edits. You never know with Splattercat. It never said that the crime wave went away, so I assume that we're fine. It's not showing the guy with the gloves and the gun anymore, so we should be alright. I don't think the raids are going to be too frequent anymore, especially if we can get ourselves a few more guns to lay down the DACA, as he said that as he got raided. Alright, well, let's go ahead and put people to bed right now. Let's go ahead, put people to bed. Don't make food or anything instead. I don't know why. That started out like a weird little jazzy tune from the 20s, and then it turned into like Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. I'm not sure what happened. It got weird. Put Roman to bed. He's tired. We need to eat today, but we're just going to eat out of cans to save the water. Once that gets done... Ooh, both the traps are ready to roll too. Man, we are flush with food right now. We're on easy street at this point. No yellow numbers? Okay, good. No yellow numbers. That makes me happy. Let's get a metalworking bench level 3. That's going to take care of us well into the late game. On a day 17, having all this level 3 stuff, believe me, this is going to come around full circle and really help us later on. We need to put some wood back on the fire too because we're a little bit chilly right now. And I don't mean that we are comprised majorly of both beans and salsa. Let's go over here. I love chili, but I always regret it. I have a real problem. I'll eat the chili, but you do not want to be within like a 30-foot radius of me for the rest of the night. Like, seriously. I will water the eyes out of your head. I will reflavor your walls. You don't even know. I'm not trying to be filthy right now, but seriously, chili does not agree with me, and I still eat it anyways. I see that stag can, and I'm just like, oh, stag chili, come here, buddy. Come here, get inside my stomach. And then like 5 hours later, oh, nobody wants to hang out with me. The cat's looking at me all crosswise across the room while covering his nose with his paws. It gets real. It gets real. Although my cat's gotten farty as he's gotten older. My cat is like 13 or 14. Man, he's gotten real farty lately. He is always just like gassing it up. That cat is nasty, I'll tell you. I'll tell you what right now. That cat is constantly, he can clear a room out right now. You're like, damn, old man. I'm giving you a break right now because I like you and you're geriatric, but for real. You gotta, I don't know if you're like losing bowel control or what's up with you. I'll tell you what, you better clench. If I come home and I find a surprise on the floor, you better clench, buddy. You better clench or get yourself a wine cork. Because if I come home and find a surprise on my floor, you are going to be not the most popular person in the house. That is for sure. I'm like, well, obviously, I'm a cat. I'm like, all right, smart ass, get out of here. Let's go grab the can of food over here and see what we can get out of it. I don't even want to know what this is. I assume they're like tuna cans or something. They don't look like MREs or anything I've ever seen. I guess it's probably just like assorted canned food. But they're long and kind of squat, so I figure they're like tuna cans or something. There's not a lot of things that come in cans like those over here in the US, except for tuna. That's pretty much it. Like, I think tuna comes in those cans, cat food comes in those cans, dog food comes in those cans. That's about it, and none of the options are looking real appetizing right now. Let me go ahead and throw some stuff in here. We're all out of componentry, so what we're going to have to do tonight is we have to hit a location where we can get that stuff out of there. We're more than stacked on all the necessities, so I shouldn't have to kill anybody for a while in order to get stuff that we need. But the next people on the list, if we do have to kill somebody, are going to be the people over the apartment building. So, people over the apartment building are the next ones to go, if indeed I have to kill somebody. So far, we made it through the game only killing one quote-unquote innocent, although there are conflicting reports about that individual. The guy from the other building will be like, she's a psycho and she took a shot at me. So, I killed her, and I took her stuff. Whether or not that's an evil thing to do, I mean, I wasn't really doing it for justice's sake, if that's what you all mean. Let's bypass the day. There's nothing to do right now. Plenty of stuff to do with the rest of our day, though. Scavenge. So if we want to go out and scavenge, we should probably go to the decrepit squat. The decrepit squat's got a bunch of stuff. Semi-detached house has a bunch of food, but we don't really need that right now. That place is done like dinner. I don't think there's anything left over there. Supermarket's still looking pretty good. Supermarket might be worth a stroll through. The garage might be worth a, well, they got a bunch of food. I gotta steal from them though if I'm gonna, and so I don't really need to steal right now. We're in a really good spot, and so typically I only tend to steal if I have to. Now that we're in a good spot, I'd rather prefer to be altruistic and do nice things for people rather than spending all my time doing evil, horrible things. So let's go to the decrepit squat. I'm gonna let, no, you two are not gonna, oh, you need to sleep in, oh, did I forget to put you to bed? Damn it. Okay, so sorry, pal. You're both gonna have to stand guard tonight because I forgot to put Bruno to bed. It's fine. Let's go with Boris to the decrepit squat. I think you need a crowbar here. It's a crowbar or a saw, and I can't remember. I'm gonna bring both. He's got the inventory space. You either need a crowbar or a saw here, and I can't remember which. Oh, it's both. It's both. Okay, I remember this building now. We're gonna go saw the door off up here at the top. I mean, honestly, right now, the only thing that I'm interested in is grabbing myself some more extra materials. Like, I don't really need food or anything of that nature right now. I think we're in pretty good shape as far as that goes. But I prefer to find more weaponry. I prefer to find quite a bit more bullets. Some more componentry would be nice because then I can craft more bullets and more cigarettes with which to buy even more bullets. I guess my point in all this is to say that if you have bullets, this game is very, very survivable. Over here, nada. Nothing that I'm interested in. This sometimes has something good in it, though. They left their laundry all just hanging up right there. Take the water, I guess. I mean, nothing here's really jumping out at me as like, you need this now. There's a guy downstairs and we can give him food and he'll show us where our gun is. A broken shotgun. So if you're at this point in the game and you still haven't managed to get yourself a gun, good luck, but you should have tons of guns by now like we do. You should have traded several guns already by this point in the game, but if you don't, you can talk to that guy down there, and he'll give you a leg up on... I should probably bring sugar with me. I think we've been looking a little bit low on it. Check this real fast. Sometimes this letter's different. Okay, so it's just a guy. It's an artist. We read that in our first playthrough. This isn't really like the lore-filled playthrough. This is more of a playthrough that I'm doing just to, like, kind of play the game quickly and efficiently and show people that I can actually play it well once I get used to it, I guess. Like, wait, you did an entire playthrough just to prove a point? I'm like, no, I'm actually playing the game a lot on the side, so I kind of felt like recording it today, even though I didn't have time for it. So, what are you going to do? This guy comes over, he wants food. If you give him food, he becomes like your best friend, he gives you a gun. That's as far as the trade goes. I'm probably going to snap this open real fast. I don't have any food. I can bring it back tomorrow, though, because we are going to loot this location multiple times to get as many components as we can before winter gets here, so that we can do all of our lovely little construction projects as time goes along. This thing sometimes has some... I don't know. This cabinet's kind of hit or miss. Sometimes, yeah, like I said, this cabinet's kind of weird. Sometimes it has good stuff in it. Sometimes it's kind of just like, who cares? I get really... I never know what to expect out of that cabinet. I think I left only wood sitting right here, but I'm still going to check it real fast. Yeah. I don't think we even need wood right now. I think componentry is really, really, really what we've been going through a lot of. Hopefully we get Sniper's Alley and some of the more fun events later on in the game. I'm hoping. I'd like to put people at risk for a little bit. Even though we have a perfect playthrough going, I'd like to do some of the more challenging stuff and see if maybe I can bring it home without any casualties or pain or, you know, band-aids, etc. There we go. That's a pretty good stack right there. Got 12. Yeah, 48 components. That'll do us well. That'll do us real well. Then we can come back later for all the extra stuff. I'll give you food tomorrow, man. I'll bring you food with me so we can get a gun. I mean, if nothing else, you could feed him, or you can give him food and, you know, do it altruistically or do it for the gun, whichever you prefer. But either way, you should probably help him because the free gun is appreciated. I think you got to fix it, though. I think it's like a broken shotgun or like a broken bullet vest or something like that. You still got to fix it, but it's worth it. You should probably go out on the limb and do it if you can get away with it. Well, we didn't get hit. That's good. I would prefer not to get hit. Getting hit sucks, especially if it's in like the eye or the ear. Those are like the hitting no-fly zones. I'm like, there's no rules. But, getting hit in the eye and getting hit in the ear, something about it. Getting hit in the nose sucks too. You know what? In general, anyone in your face kind of sucks. Getting hit anywhere in your face is weak. You're like, eyes all watering up if you get hit in the nose. Get hit in the ear, your ears all like, wee, making that high-pitched noise. Get hit in your eye, it's all squinty, and you're just like, ah! Oh, yeah. I forgot that we never built that. I don't think you can build any more cages. It actually, like, yeah, you can't actually make more. I think they removed that in the beta testing because they figured it was being exploited or something. We could make ourselves, let's upgrade that because winter is obviously going to be here in a little bit. It's colder, you can tell, because people are keeping their hands in their pockets. I think. Do they do that all the time, or am I just wrong here? Either way. Let's get that thing squared away so that we don't have to have multiple furnaces once winter gets here. I'll take back some food for this guy on the next day. Maybe bring back one of these right here. I don't know if we have time to distill anything. We got another couple feedings before we have to worry about water, so I may actually give it a go on this side. Yeah, go for it. It's fine. We'll have more than enough water in a couple days. Liquor should keep us trading pretty well. We also haven't gone to the Central Square yet, but then again, Central Square is sort of like my desperate area that I run to when I'm like shit out of luck. If I'm at like a decent point in the game, I don't tend to worry about it. Oh, we've got no wood fuel? Okay, so you come over here, make us some more fuel. I don't know how much wood we have laying around, but hopefully it's enough. Oh, we got 38. Okay. Make us enough fuel to last like forever. Like, spend the rest of the day making fuel. I don't even care. I think we should have a trader fairly soon, too. It's been a little bit since our last one, like maybe 4 or 5 days, maybe 3 days. Between 3 and 5. I don't really pay attention to the numbers when traders show up. I don't know how much of whack-ass cigarettes we can make right there that are made out of, like, mushrooms and ditchweed, but I think I'll probably stay away from it until I know that we've got a chance, and these guys aren't going to smoke them all up. They seem to enjoy their cigarettes a little bit more than your average human being. Although, frankly, if you're jonesing, you're jonesing, I guess. I used to be a smoker, but honestly, I never had, like, an addictive personality, so I quit, like, cold turkey and was just like, meh. Like, didn't really even care about it that much. Wasn't too big of a deal. I mean, I still smoke when I'm out in the field or whatever, but that's, like, once a year. That's, like, a pack a year. Definitely not smoker status. Speaking of which, I might go get a cigar tonight. Things have been good for me this Christmas season. Like, you know how sometimes, like, things in your life are just, like, working for you sometimes, and things are going okay? Like, by contrast to how the last couple years have just been, like, troublesome for me. So happy right now. It's nice to be at, like, a place in your life where you're just, like, happy and satisfied. And I'm getting to the point now that I've accomplished that where I, like, want to make that happen for other people. Like, I want them to be happy and satisfied where they are. Like, I don't think I have enough pull yet with YouTube to actually, like, change people's channels or, like, blow people up overnight. But eventually, I would love to start helping people with their channel growth, maybe. Once I've got a little bit more weight to throw behind everything right now. Like, right now, if I help somebody with a video, they're maybe going to get, like, 50 subscribers. It actually doesn't translate as well as you would think it would. I got retweeted by a guy with, like, 1.5 million followers on Twitter, and I only got, like, 200 subscribers. Like, it really doesn't translate. Like, people are like, be active on social media, do all this stuff, but frankly, it really doesn't translate that well. Like, people try and play it up like it does, but it doesn't. Whatever. Like, I think I had a friend that got plugged by Nerd Cubed back in the day, and he got like 6,000 subscribers in one day, which is a lot, but compared to, like, I have 60,000 subscribers, I mean, that's big growth. That's a month's worth of growth in one day. But I think that means a lot more to somebody with 25 subscribers than it would like to me, for example, because I'm gonna get there next month anyways. You know, that's just my growth rate right now is about 6,000 subs a month. So if you've got like no channel, like 50 subscribers, and you get plugged like that, it's a really big deal because overnight they just made it so that you can make pretty much almost a live with 6,000 subscribers. You should be pretty close to making a living off YouTube. If not, you should be making a pretty penny just in like spending weekend beer money. That's what I did. I mean, when I was in college, I had like 5,000 subscribers, and it was more than enough for like my groceries and stuff like that. I mean, I didn't have to eat ramen anymore, which was nice. That was like the best part about it, is like once I started getting paid to do YouTube, like I was still getting my government grants and my student loans and my scholarships, which went all to school fees and things like that and to rent. But I always seem to run out of money, like before I started working with YouTube and stuff and with Desura. Like I always had like $80 left over at the beginning of the month that I could, you know, I could either front load my bills for next month or I could buy food with it. And typically I went and bought food with it. Once I started doing YouTube, it was just like everything sort of slid into place. It was nice. Very, very nice. Alright, so today is looking, oh, we might get another filter in. It could happen if I get somebody ready, like right here, to wait for it. Yeah, we're good. And that means we'll have more water waiting for us in the morning. If you can get like 12, 15 water out of your water purifier a day, you shouldn't need doubles. I know in my other playthrough I was running doubles, but you don't need doubles. You only need one. You just need to stay on top of it and like pay attention to it and make sure that it happens. This is the last episode I'm going to record today. All the episodes up to episode like 7 or 6 were all recorded this afternoon. Like I started playing at like 1 this afternoon and it's like 6:30 now. Probably going to spend the rest of my life rendering and editing these out, but it's all good. Front loaded a little bit. There's no room for it in the schedule, so I kind of got to do it in my extra time, which I don't mind because the game is fun. If I was playing a game I didn't feel like playing, this would totally suck, but I love this game, so doesn't bother me. Oh, hey, now we got a whole bunch of, oh, we got the central square. Okay, so we didn't get Sniper's Junction, which is disappointing. Let's do the construction site. Construction site's fun. It's risky. It's fun and it's risky. You guys ready? Let's go do it. I'm excited about this. This is gonna be good times. It's gonna be real good times right here. We may lose Roman. That's the only thing that I'll add, is that this sometimes gets a little wonky. This can get out of hand really, really quickly if you time it wrong or if you do the wrong thing at the wrong Oh, we have no weapon, actually. Ooh. If we'd had a knife, I'd feel better about this. I guess we'll use the axe for right now. I gotta leave the guns at home anyways. Let's find out. I'm purposefully putting my play at risk right now. I wanted to do a deathless playthrough, but I would rather do a deathless playthrough where I take a bunch of risks too. How about that? That sounds like fun. I'm excited right now. My heart gets going in this game when I do like This is a tough fight right here, but if you could pull it off, it's so legit if you could pull it off. Like, it is seriously the Grand Pimp Mac Daddy of ass whoopings if you can pull this off. I did it yesterday with Boris, so it's still fresh in my mind. I did it on my other computer. But yeah, there's a sniper up here, and if you can take him, it's actually pretty awesome. They move around a little bit, but you should be alright. They're basically like murdering civilians right now. He'll say something about it in just a second. Yeah. He'll be like that one in the jacket. Like, he'll say like random things about killing people. And actually, where we want to set up... this might not work out for us. Hold on. I may have made a wrong turn. I think they climbed down and over this way, as I recall. But I don't remember completely. We may need to like weasel around behind him. Yeah, we are. So let's climb up a ladder right now in case they come through the door. And then the goal right now is that you want to be up here. Oh, I don't have a crowbar, so I can't get in. Okay, so this might actually get kind of risky. I might be able to climb up here without them seeing me. Yeah, we're good. We're golden right now. And I actually need to get up there, so hustle. And they come up here in just a second. And what you need to do... Actually, they may go down in there. I don't remember. I don't remember where I took them from right here. Maybe they go in there. This may not work out for me. If they come and investigate, we'll whack them. It's not too difficult. It can definitely happen. Okay, so once they're past that way, what we want to do is we want to go around over here. What I would actually prefer to do right here is if we wait on this side, we should be able to take both of them, I think. Maybe? I think the problem right now is that I didn't open the door that I needed to open. Yeah, we're gonna get shot, but it's gonna be okay. Like, down the ladder we go. Over here. Gonna run away. Just gonna try and get up into here. Oh, actually, there's debris right there. I can't. Okay. So let me keep an eye out for this guy. I'd like to get him before morning because they drop good guns. So if I can make it happen, it's totally worth it. Just gonna hang out on the stairs right here for a second in case he comes down. Okay, so he's going back, I think. Alright, so we gotta take him real fast. And then on top of that, we gotta get the hell out of here. Okay, so we might have him down here if he goes back to shooting. It depends. I don't know. We may not make it back home in time. There's the distinct... Oh, shit. I just got shot. No, get off the ladder. Get off the ladder. Oh, man. I don't know if he can shoot down this way. Let's get on him. Roman should be able to take him, I think. There we go. So now we need to hustle. We need to get all of his stuff and all of his buddy's stuff up there. I don't remember where he dropped it. But we really got to move. Okay, so there's the sniper rifle. And the other guy's right there, right? Okay, so we got them both. We took a little bit of damage, but it's okay. Getting shot once is worth it for some of this good stuff. And then we just need to get out of the zone. We'll come back later with Boris, and we'll get the whole thing taken care of. I felt like taking a risk today, so anyways, I think that's going to be the end of our play for today. The episode's looking a little bit long right now, and so I think I'll break it off right here. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here at the Nerdcastle for the next episode, which my heart's going right now. I love this fight right here. This is actually one of the more challenging ones in my opinion. This one in the apartment building, killing off people that know that you're there because they're within, they never get far enough away to where you can take them one at a time. Like, it's kind of like a weird predator hunting game where you're trying to like run circles around people and get them at a point of disadvantage and take them out. Roman's actually pretty good in melee combat too. I'm impressed so far. Either way, I'll see you on the next episode. Take care, everybody. Hi-do.